This is Room 356 with Claire, Chris, Marshall, and Justice. In this room, there's room for every topic. Let the debate begin.
That's why I don't fool with drugs, because I can't. I don't know what's in them. I don't know the makeup of them. I don't know the effect of them, and I don't want anything like that. It's just kind of like it's bad enough that I drink, you know. Yeah. But because I told myself when I was younger, I'm not going to drink because I always have my faculties, and then you go to Mardi Gras once, and it'll change that, you know. So drinking a daiquiri, I was like, oh my goodness, this is delicious. So then that was the road to me drinking. But that's the extent, you know. Taking drugs, experimenting with drugs and stuff, just never had that desire. And then that feeling like you felt kind of panicky. That's how I felt like the second time. I think I told Chris, the second time I smoked weed, I was like, oh my goodness, this insane feeling. And I got that feeling the first time because I was driving from Jacksonville, Florida, all the way to San Diego. And I was, running behind. So I was like, wait, I got to stay up as much as possible. So I was drinking a Monster, and I took some NoDoz, and so I felt my heart and so I was like panicking. And I felt I'm about to die. So I called my dad, pulled over to the side of the road, and I called my dad and said, I'm about to die. Of course, my dad is a pastor, so he was like, I'm gonna pray for you and everything like that. So I didn't end up dying because here I am. But I went to the emergency room, called the ambulance, and they gave me some I think morphine or something like that. Just kind of flush out the Monster and NoDoz. So that feeling that I had driving, that tingling sensation, had me paranoid. So when I smoked the weed right before I moved from Seattle area back here, I felt that same sensation. I was like, oh my goodness, I'm about to die here, sitting on my couch alone, you know. But thankfully, I'm not a hypochondriac. But that having those kind of effects from different things, it's like that's why I can't fool with drugs. I can't do it.
Yeah, I've never had crazy ambition when it comes to drugs. Like, I actually the first thing I wanted to try was LSD, and my friends were like, "You should probably start with weed first, get used to not being of a sober mind." I'm like, that makes sense. And the first time I tried weed, that was edibles, and. Pretty much beyond weed, psychedelics, LSD and shrooms. I never really wanted to take any pills. I briefly had an interest in ecstasy, but even that, I heard it could permanently mess with your SSRI receptor. So I was like, nope. So I completely get that, kind of being very scared of what you put in your body. Even with LSD, I bought a test kit, made sure that what I was getting was all LSD. I was making sure nobody was fucking lacing me with some weird shit, because life's too short to be fucking up like that.
You only live once.
My experience wasn't really that long.
Like we're gonna die young.
I smoked since 13. That part I will say was super, super early, but I also had one of those lifestyles where it was trying to hide it from my parents the majority of the time, so I couldn't even be pecked out like that to where I'm just out of my head coming back in the house. It was,
Do you want to introduce yourself real quick? I don't think you've been introduced.
I'm Jay. Here from podcast, Brown Boy.
One of the three. So.
Well, I will say, as me giving a bad rep to drugs, as far as from my own experience, drugs did also help me recoup and re-grasp life, have a different perception. It brought me through a lot of my hypochondria.
Yeah, I get that. The first time I did shrooms, I ate a whole 8 and I had to ego death that night, laying on the floor. I thought I was dead ass gonna die. I thought I heard my heart stop, and I was like, no, I made my heart stop. And then my panic goes, quick, drink some water. And then I drink some water, and I'm like, wait, what is water gonna do? And then I continue to panic even harder. I'm like, no, I'm dead. I start texting my girlfriend, and I'm like, no, it's over. And then I lay down in the bed, and I'm like, I'm not gonna fucking die. What the fuck, dude? You just panicked over nothing. And like I just got him in this entire thing, and like texting my girlfriend. I'm like, and I'd be like, yeah, about that.
False alarm.
Listen, I really thought.
But I will say,
But through that, I had a newfound appreciation for life because, like, up to that point, you know, it's like death was kind of like an inconsequential thing to me because I was always kind of like miserable. And I mean, I still had like depression after that, but it's just like it was like that moment of like, oh shit, I'm about to die, like right here. Like, no, I'm not ready for this. It's like, no, I got fight in me for sure.
yeah. I will say, natural has been very therapeutic in my life. Natural psychedelics. That's all.
And I mean, I also pieced together that I was trans on a LSD trip. So, yeah.
Wait a minute.
It was that for me too, because even in my case, as far as
You're able to kind of like step back and look at yourself
you are,
Psychedelics.
under a different lens.
it's a reality check on a personal level.
Yeah,
This is like
it's
only
different
you.
for everybody.
Oh yeah.
Everybody has their own like realization and connection with everyone and everything, and then it goes away, and then you're left with that feeling, and it's different for everybody. It's not the
Yeah.
same for everybody.
Exactly.
Just having gone through that, you know what I mean, like connects you to people, but it's all different for everybody. So
I have like.
some people have a horrible time
I,
their first time.
Well, I have.
oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then they swear
So-
off that shit forever.
But
And
still,
then
they're left with this gift that they would have never.
No, yeah,
had.
no,
And
no.
usually, it's catalytic for like some sort of change
Yeah.
in their life, regardless of whether or not they even ever do it again or if they never enjoyed it. Like Bill Burr has a good talk about that.
I love that dude.
Not that long ago.
Nice.
He wouldn't recommend it to anybody. But then the way he talks about the
I think I
understanding
heard that one.
that makes you want to try it. But he's like, it was horrible. I felt like I was going to die. I was like, see, that's that real shit.
Yeah.
It's the real shit.
Sometimes I feel like a good amount of people, like, sometimes like a source of a bad trip is just not being ready for that kind of mind state.
You never will be.
Yeah.
Until you've done it before.
I don't know.
After you've
I'm
done it
not-
once, you know how to be ready.
I'm coming as a
You
person
be
who
ready.
had a great time that first
Yeah.
trip, so
I did
but,
too.
like,
But I mean, there's no way to
I
prepare
don't-
for that.
exactly, I know.
Yeah.
But it's like I lost the entire point that I was trying to get at because I got interrupted.
But I'll never do spike again.
Dog, somebody had that shit laced in a blunt at a party, and I kind of smelled like a pungent, like, I don't know how to describe it, but like, I saw it go around. I saw 2 more people here. I almost grabbed it. I was like, one of these blunts is fucking laced or something. By the time I like literally let that shit go around to the other person, somebody always told me, look at the color of the ash. That shit was so dark. Weed don't burn that dark on the ash. I didn't hit it, but my brother did that same night. Took his ass to the hospital.
You
He
know
kept
that
falling asleep on me. I'm thinking he passing out, but he's saying he's falling asleep. I'm like, dude, I don't know what the hell you're doing.
I've seen those videos of those dudes who just like become zombified, fucking smoking this shit. You know, it's not even called it's like in some places. It's called K2 in like certain areas now.
Yeah.
I think I've heard that.
Yeah, like nowadays is definitely not the spice that people were smoking back then.
Yeah.
It's all research chemicals, so every time it's just new weird shit.
Maybe spraying roach spray.
That shit sketches me out so bad. There's no way I would touch it.
It's crazy the things that people would just think to mix together and say, I'm going to give this to another human being.
I know. Look, man, it's just like
People walk into this gas station, they go give it to me, and